Greetings, fellow grade 11s. It is Mr. Shajoy here. Welcome to Back to Basics. Look, we are looking at exponents and surds, right? So now we are going to be looking at these 5 different examples to try and understand in terms of how do we go about whenever we are given these types of questions, right? So I am hoping that everyone will be in a position to be able to navigate whenever you are given such questions. Now, let's start with the first one. Now, from here, you are given, this is 25 to the power of n subtract 1. And then here you are having, this is going to be 6, right? Remember here you are having, y 6 to the power of n rather, and then you're having 10. What is the first thing that you're going to do from here? You must write this in terms of what? In factor form. How do you write this in factor form? You're going to say, what is 25, right? For an example, if we do 25, isn't it that it's given by 5 squared, right? This is 5 squared to the power of n subtract 1. What's again? This is 5 squared to the power of n subtract 1 multiplied by now. Let's see. Now, when you say 6, you press equal sign in your calculator, you press the button shift, then factor, you realize that 6 is made by 2 multiplied by what? By 3, which means this is 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of n, right? And after that, now we are having 10. What is 10, right? So if you do the same thing again, you say 10 is equals to shift, then you press your fact button, you'll realize that 10 is given by 2 multiplied by 5, right? Then this is going to be to the power of n subtract 1 multiplied by what is going to be 15. I think 15 is given by what? I think it's given 3 multiplied by 5, if I'm not mistaken, to the power of n. Are we fine, right? And then now from here, what is it then that you're going to do from here? We are going to now distribute. So which means this is going to be 5 to the power of 2n subtract 2 multiplied by, what is this? This is going to be 2 to the power of n multiplied by 3 to the power of n. This is going to be divided by. Now the same thing here, this is going to be 2 to the power of n subtract 1 multiplied by, this is going to be same as 5 to the power of n subtract 1. Then this is going to be, then after multiplied by what? This is going to be multiplied by 3 to the power of n multiplied by 5 to the power of n. Now, what is it then that you're going to do from here? Now we are going to collect like terms, right? Now 3 to the power of n and 3 to the power of n will automatically cancel each other, right? Not necessarily cancel the 3, but this is same as 3 to the power of n subtract what? Subtract n. And then this is same as 3 to the power of what? Then this is to the power of 0. And what is 3 to the power of 0? This gives you 1. Okay, so that's why we are saying these and these are going to fall off. And then after that, what else now are you remaining with? Now we are going to collect our like terms. And remember, this 5 is 5 to the power of n. Now, if you write the 5 into our numerator, this is going to be 5 2n subtract 2. Now, when you take everything from this 5, you write it in the numerator. This is going to be what? Subtract. This is going to be n subtract 1, right? And then remember, this is negative n again. This is going to be negative n. I can write everything here in brackets. But if you cannot see what I did here, I can simply just write the bracket here so that you can see that I took this into my numerator and also this into my numerator. And then now negative, remember this is negative n, right? This is also going to be negative n, which is negative 2n, which means the n's here, they are going to cancel each other. Then what is it that I'm going to remain with here? This is going to be same as 5. Now this is negative 2, right? Negative and negative gives you positive, which means 5 to the power of negative 1 multiplied by, what is the what else then now that you are having from here? This is 2. Remember, this was 2. Let's say this is 2 to the power of what? 2 to the power of n subtract this was n subtract 1. Are we together? Now, what is it then that you are going to do from here? Then can you see that this n and the n are going to cancel each other? Then this is going to be same as 2 to the power of negative 1. When I write everything here in positive exponents, this is same as 1 over, this is 1 over 1 times 2, which is same as 1 over 10, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's going to be the answer for our first question, right? Now, let's look at in terms of what is it that you are going to do now from here. Now let's look at now the next question. Now from the next question, what is it then that you're given here? Then now this is going to be same as what? Now you are given 2 to the power of x. Look at this one. Now this is fraction. So here you are having a positive. So which means this is going to be same as 2. This is going to be same as 2 to the power of x. Remember this subtract 1 plus, remember this is given by plus 2 to the power of x plus 3. This is going to be divided by 3 to the power of what? 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of this is 2 x, or rather 2, yes, 2 to the power of x. Why am I saying 2x? This is 2. 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of x plus 1, right? X plus 1. And now from here, what else then now are you going to have? Let's see. So then from here, you are going to do what? Now you're going to take out a common factor from here, right? So which means here you're going to take out a common factor of 2 to the power of x. You're left with what? 2 to the power of negative 1 plus this is 2 to the power of what? This is 2. I think this is 2 to the power of 3. Divide by what? This is same as what? Now this is same as 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of x multiplied by 2, right? What I did here, I just wrote everything here in factor form so that you can see when I am cancelling from here, right? So what is it that I'm going to have here? Look, now the 2 to the power of x is going to cancel each other. 3 multiplied by this is going to give you 6. Now this is same as what? This is same as 1 over 2 plus 8, right? Divide by, this is going to be 6, right? Right, again. And then now from here, what is it then that you're going to have from here? Let's see. Now, what is 1 over 2 plus this? This is 7. I think this is going to be 17 over 2, right? If I am doing this, I think this is 17 over 2. 17 over 2 divide by 6, right? Then now when I am dividing that, then the answer that I'm going to do from here, this is going to be same as 17 over, this is going to be 17 over 12, right? Which is going to be my final answer here, which means the answer that I'm going to have here, it's going to be same as 17 over my 12. Are we together, right? So now that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to do now from here. Now let's look at the next question, right? Now let's just erase here. Let's make up our space. Look at me pressing the ruler instead of that, right? So let me just erase here so that now we look at number 3. Now let's just erase here quickly, right? Yes. So now looking at number 3, what is it then that you're going to have from here? This is going to be same as what? Now, if you look at number 3, what is that I'm going to have as my number 3? Now, I am having, this is 5. This is 5 to the power of x plus 2 subtract 4. Look, now this is 5. I want to write this in factor form. I can write this in terms of 5 multiplied by x multiplied by 5 squared, right? This is what I'm doing here. I'm just writing this in factor form. Subtract, this is same as 4 multiplied by 5 to the power of x, right? Then this is going to be divided by, I'm doing the same thing in my denominator. I'm saying this is 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of negative 1 plus this is same as 2 multiplied by, this is going to be 5 to the power of x multiplied by 5 to the power of 1, right? So what I did here, I just simply wrote everything here in factor form, right? So everything that is written in here, it is written in factor form. So then now from here, what is the first thing that I'm going to do? Now I am going to take out my common facts, right? So my 5 to the power of x, I am going to take it as a common factor here and also even here, which means I am left with what? Firstly, in the numerator, this is same as 5 squared subtract 4, right? Then this is divide by. What else then now are you going to have from here? This is going to be same as 5 to the power of x into bracket. What is it then that I can have from here for an example, right? So this is same as 5 to the power of negative 1. Remember, this is what is remaining here. And then 2 this side plus 5 to the power of 1, right? This is same as 2 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 5, right? Now the 5 to the power of x and 5 to the power of x, now they are going to cancel each other, right? So which means it's 25 here. I'm having 25, subtract my 4, right? Divide by, now here this is same as 1 over 5 plus 10, if I'm not mistaken, right? 1 over 5 plus 10. And then what is it that I'm going to do now from here? Can you see that this is going to be same as 21 over what is going to be your 1 plus 5? I think this is going to be, when I say 1 over 5 plus 10, 1, let's say 1 over 5 plus 10, I think this is going to give me 51 over 5, right? This is 51 over my 5. Then I can change this. Now I can change this and do what? Now, if I want to change this into multiplication, so this is going to be 21 multiplied by, this is going to multiply by 5 over, this is 5 over what? This is going to be 5 over 51, right? And then what is the answer that I'm going to end up having here? This is going to be 35 over 17. 35 over 17, which is going to be the response, which is going to be my answer for number 3. Now, let's move swiftly along to our number 4 so that we can be in a position to understand what is required from us in this particular question, right? Now, let's look at number 4. Now, number 4, you are having this, right? So this is what here. Now we are given 5 to the power of 1000. Subtract, this is 5 to the power of 502. And this is going to be plus what? This is plus 24. This is divided by what? This is divided by 5 to the power of 501. Subtract 5. Now, what is it then that you are going to do from here? So if, let's say, now from here, we are to solve this question, what is the best thing that you're going to do? I want you to look at this, right? So this can be changed, right? Can be changed. For an example, if I can do this. Now, if I can say, for an example, this is 5. Let's say I write this 5 in terms of to the power of 1000. Subtract. Let's say now I say 25. What is 25? Let's say I want to do this, right? I want to say 5 squared multiplied by 5 to the power of 500, right? What is my answer here? Can you see that this is 5 over 502? Is everyone able to follow that one, right? Because multiplying powers of the same base, we add the exponent, which means here I can do the same thing, right? So I can say 25 multiplied by what? 25, because 25 is 5 squared, multiplied by 5 to the power of what? To the power of 500. Then this is going to be plus what? This is plus 24. Then now, when I am dividing, I can still do the same thing, right? Remember what I did here. So now I can say 5 to the power, 5 multiplied by 5 to the power of 500. Can you see that this still give me 501, right? So which means here I'm going to say, or I am going to say this is going to be same as 5 multiplied by 5 to the power of what? To the power of what? Of 500 altogether. Now from here, what is it then that I'm going to do? Subtract 5. And now from here, I can start solving, right? I want to do this, right? So from here, if I can do this, now I want to factorize. So I can factorize by doing this. Now, can you see this is twice? This is double what I am having here, right? So which means now if I can say 5 to the power of 500, then multiply by 5 to the power of 500. Can you see that I get my 1000, right? So I can open my 2 brackets then here and say this is 5 to the power of 500 and 5 to the power of 500. Now, if I want to find out what is my 24, remember this is a trinomial. This is actually same as what? Now, if I can write this is actually same as x squared subtract what? This is going to be same as 25x, right? Remember, because this is to the power of 1, this is plus what? This is plus 24. This is actually one and the same thing. It's just that now it consists of to the power of 500, right? So which means now for me to get the 24 here, I need to distribute this 25. For me to get the 25, I must work with the 24. This is going to be 24, right? This is going to be 24 and also 1. And how can I manage, how can I ensure that I get my negative 25? This is negative and this is negative. Then now I come back to my denominator. What is it that I'm going to do in my denominator? I'm going to take 5 as a common factor, right? So if I take 5 as a common factor, I'm going to be left with what? This is going to be 5 to the power of 500. And now this is 5 to the power of 500, subtract 1. And now from here, what is it that I'm going to do? This and these are going to cancel, right? So if these two are going to cancel, what is that I'm going to be left with? I am now left with 5 to the power of 500 subtract 24 over what? Over 5, which is going to be my final answer because there is nothing else that I can do after this one, right? I know this was a little bit, shaky, but I know that with more and more practice of these caliber of questions, we can be in a position to, to answer them successfully, right? So now let's move swiftly along. Let's look at now our question 5, right? Now, if we are looking at our question 5 and see in terms of what is it that we can have in question 5, right? Now, in question 5, we are having square root this, right? So let's look at our question 5. So now in our question 5, you are having this, which is same as your square root of, this is 4 to the power of a plus 1, multiplied by, this is cube root now. This is cube root of 8 to the power of what? A plus 1. Then this is divided by what? 4 to the power of a subtract 1. Now, what is the best thing, or what is the first thing that we can do now in this question? We can start here, right? I want us to start here. For an example, we are going to deal with what is within the what is within the roots first, right? So for an example, if I can say, if let's say the square roots were not there, isn't it that you are going to be in a position to work with this, right? Because you are going to start by saying, what are the factors of 4? This is same as 2 squared, right? So this is 2 squared now, and then this is 2 into what? A plus what? A plus 1, right? Let me just write back the square root here. Right now, this is going to be multiplied by, let's say I'm looking at my cube root. Now, what is 8? This is same as 2 to the power of 3. Now, this is going to be same as a plus 1 also. Then this is going to be divided by, this is going to be same as 2 into what? This is 2 squared into a subtract 1. Are you to get? Now, that's the first thing that I'm going to have from here. And now, what else that I'm going to have? Then we can move to our second question, right? So what is it that I can have now secondly here, right? So now I can get rid of the root by doing what? Look, now for an example, isn't it that everything here it's cube and everything here, remember here it's same as square root, right? So which means now, let's say if I want to get rid of the square root, right? If I want to get rid of the square root here, I must divide by 2. I must divide everything here by 2, right? So I must divide everything here by 2. And here, if I want to get rid of the cube root, I must divide also everything here by what? By 3, right? Which means this 3 and this 3 are going to cancel each other. This 2 and this 2 are going to cancel each other, right? So which means what is that I'm going to have here? So I am going to have what? This is what? Now, or if let's say you are not sure, I can write this as what? As 1 over 2, for an example, right? If you are not sure, I can write this as to the power of 1 over 2. But let me just cancel that so that we can proceed, which means here I'm left with 2 to the power of a plus 1, right? Then this is going to be multiplied by 3 to the power of what? This is multiplied by 2, rather, not 3. This is multiplied by 2 to the power of a plus 1 also. Then this is going to be divided by what? This is divided by 2 to the power of 2a subtract 2. I'm hoping that you get where I am getting my 2's in here, right? So now if I start in my numerator, when you multiply powers of the same base, you add the exponents, right? So which means this is 2 to the power of a and also a, which is 2 to the power of 2a. Now, what else then I'm going to have here? 1 plus 1 gives me 2, right? This is 2 over, this is 2 to the power of 2a minus 2. And what is it that I'm going to end up having here? Now, this and these are going to cancel each other, right? Now, yes. So which means now what is it that I'm going to end up having here? So if you are not sure, I can still write this in terms of 2 to the power of a, rather 2 to the power of 2a, which is this is 2 to the power of 2a plus 2. Subtract, this is same as 2a minus 2. Now, what is it then that I'm going to have here? Can you see that the a's and the a's are canceling each other, right? Negative and negative gives you positive, which means this is 2 to the power of 4. And now, what is 2 to the power of 4? This is 16. Altogether. And now, just like that, you have successfully, solved these particular question, right? So I am hoping that you are in a position to, solve all these exponents and also set questions whenever you are given, right? So thank you very much for listening.